There are 5 steps to designing a scratch-off card, outlined here on the left. The first step is choosing a background. The second step is uploading your logo. The third step is selecting some kind of scratch and win graphic to promote your scratch-off. The fourth step is to select the scratch-off label. And the fifth step is to add any supporting text or imagery. So let's start with step number 1. Now you actually have a couple options here. The first option, you can choose a color for your background. You can simply grab the color you need, enter in the code for it, and you can save it. Now it's not showing you the color here because there is an initial background, a white image you have to remove. So if you go to the step 1, upload a background, you can simply remove this image by clicking the delete button, and then you'll see the background color. Alternatively, if you don't want a solid color as your background, you can simply skip over background options and go to step 1 and hit replace image. Here you can see a variety of background images we've supplied for you, some by industry, some more generic, and you can pick whichever you think is best for your card. You also have the option to upload a background image. You can use a stock photo website, or if you have some in-house graphics, you can use those as well. For this particular card, I'm just going to choose a generic background image. It's going to load this screen, ask me to crop. The cropping looks good, so I'm just going to hit finish. And then I'm going to see this background here. The second step is uploading our logo. So obviously we'll want to replace this template here. And in this case, I am going to upload our logo. And there you have it. Now that logo looks a little small, so I'm going to increase the size a little bit. I'm just simply going to select it and increase it to a size I more prefer. Next, I'm going to reposition some of the elements here. So I'm going to adjust my scratch-off label to the corner here. And I actually like the silver circle. I could use a couple other options here if I wanted to, but I prefer the silver circle for this card. I'm going to grab a graphic to promote the scratch-off. There's actually quite a few options here to choose from. In my particular case, I prefer something with an arrow to kind of point them toward it. So I really like this graphic. However, I'm going to move it to the bottom. So I'm going to move this down, move our promotional text up here, put this in the bottom. Keep in mind you do not want to go over this dotted line. You want to keep all your graphics inside that. It's still a little small. I'm going to make it slightly bigger. Alright, so I've already chose a scratch-off area, I've chosen a scratch-off graphic, uploaded my logo, I have a background figured out. Now, if I need to add in some supporting text, what is the promotion, right? So you can adjust the template text we already have here. So I'm going to make it a little bit bigger because if you start adding text and you don't make it bigger, it's going to give you an error message saying there's not enough room. But let's see, you could win a free promotion for your business. Now it's a little bit of a small font, so I'm going to change that to 20. I'm going to choose a different color. I prefer white. And then I'm going to move this so that it's kind of centered between the logo and the scratch and win graphic. And there you have it, a scratch-off card. Now there are a couple things to note here. One thing that people get a little confused on, if you select the background, you cannot click on any other elements until you first deselect. You can deselect by clicking on the white on the side, or you can simply click on another step and it will move you to selecting that instead. A couple other things to remember as well. All of these elements can be deleted, so if you simply highlight the element and hit delete. And you can also add in additional elements, right? So if you want to add in another text box or another image, you can simply do that, and you can move it around. You can, adjust fonts, adjust colors, sizing, alignment, styling, all that sort of stuff. And same goes for images. You can upload an image and put it wherever else on here. Obviously, I don't want this here, so I'm just going to delete it. And there you have it. Something else you can do as well, if you have a back to your card, if you go to page 2 by clicking here, you'll see a blank canvas here, and you can also, depending on the printing option you chose, if you did 4/4, you can upload a background image. If you did 4/1, you can simply add text here and maybe your company name, some rules and regulations for your scratch off. Or if you chose 4/0, there is no back, it's just left white, and you can simply leave it white. But do remember that there are 2 sides here that you can scroll through over here. Once you're done, you can simply click Finish Editing, and then it will take you to a preview, which you can accept after it generates, and then you can continue to the shopping cart.